Reviews, and today we're talking about the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Now, this car comes in two engines, and the base engine is the four-cylinder, 280 horsepower and 306 foot-pounds of torque. And then you have the next engine, which is the V6, which is a quadrifoglio, which has 505 horsepower. And that particular car starts off at $82,040. It's the most expensive SUV, the Stelvio, the quadrifoglio. But the base model, the Stelvio, starts at 42,640, and it either comes in wheel-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. Now the Stelvio can get up to 60 miles per hour in anywhere from 5.3 to 5.5 seconds, and they can get up to 100 miles per hour in anywhere from 14.6 to 15.1 seconds. What a fast SUV, folks. And a 1/4 quarter mile is 14 seconds to 14.4 seconds in the Stelvio. The top speed for the Stelvio is 144 miles per hour. Now, in the V6 is definitely a lot faster. So, with the V6, you're talking about some serious speed, folks. You're talking about getting up to 60 in 3.5 seconds, and which is amazing. And I'm thinking too, with this, with the V6 and the 505 horsepower, it's some amazing speed for an SUV. And again, both cars are phenomenal. The four-cylinder itself can get up to speeds of 144 miles per hour. For an SUV, that's a four-cylinder, that's phenomenal. Usually they stop at about 130. That's Italian design, folks, and Italian engineering. I mean, it may have its quirks, but I tell you what, some things, if you're really in love with Italian engineering, you're not going to care about the reliability and issues with these cars. I mean, you should expect in these cars, if it's Italian engineering, you should expect you got to get tune-ups, and you're gonna have some issues. When these cars first came out, they did have some issues, and they still have some reliability issues. But as far as interior and stuff like that, they're fixing it up, and I'm sure they're gonna in a refresh, which is gonna be next year, they're gonna do some other things to make the engine a lot more reliable. But they didn't do that now, but they changed some other things, such as the interior and the infotainment systems in these cars. These particular cars, as far as the measurements, the wheelbase in this SUV is 110.9 inches, and the length is 184.6 inches, and the width being 74.9 inches. As you can see in this particular rendition right here, this car, the overhang is not that bad in the front, neither in the back. So it's got it's pretty good. So it's got some off-road handling capabilities in this particular car. You can do some things as far as, because of these overhangs are not too bad, but you're not gonna go places where Range Rover is gonna go or anything like that. You're just gonna go to some country back roads in this particular SUV. What a stance, folks. And again, these wheel design is second to none, straight Italian. For the 2020 model, they have changed the center console using better high quality products. They've also have laminated windshield glass, and they added more insulation. So now the interior is a lot quieter than what it used to be. And they have put the in the middle dial, In the middle of the car, the dials are now, aluminum finish, and the shifter is now covered in leather. So they use a lot of, they have upped in their quality inside the interior. And this is the aluminum finish and the leather now that they have in the Stelvio. They have a new navigation system too as well. The navigation system is now 8.8 inches, and it's also a touchscreen, and it still has the click wheel. And a lot of people saying it's redundant, but it is not, because you need that click wheel when you're moving at speed and you're handling. You don't want to let go of the steering wheel and start touching the 8.8-inch display, even though they do have some great features. They have performance. Now they have performance software, so you can see how your car is performing as far as the torque and the horsepower and the G forces and all that. You can actually see it on the performance screens now. They have changed the interface, so the car now has widgets, and you are able to configure the infotainment system how you like. It's configurable now. And the one thing about this car too, it also has advanced driver assistive systems. And what's nice about it is what you see here is the assisted systems right here, the lane assist, and this is the distance between you and the car in front of you. It now has that, and of course the cruise control and the resume, and that too as well. This is really nice. So it's got some great features. It's even got traffic sign recognition, and all these systems are optional. Of course, we talked about the lane keep assist, collision avoidance, driver attention monitor. Semi-autonomous driving it has too, and what it does, it stays on for 8 seconds, and after 8 seconds, if you don't put your hand in the wheel, it will give you a notification, and it'll blink red. The steering wheel will blink red, telling you to put your hand on the wheel. Otherwise, the systems will disengage. So you have to really, really pay attention when you're driving this car. And sometimes when you have the driver assist packages, it just makes it more relaxed, and you're able to drive comfortably, and that's what makes a difference in this having these features, such as the safety features. And it makes the driver experience more pleasurable, especially when you're under stress in the traffic jam, because it has also traffic jam assist. And when the traffic is stopping and going and stopping and going, the systems and the radar and the lidar and all that stuff kicks in to stop you from hitting the person in front of you, and also to make you more relaxed when you're driving. It takes away stress. It makes a big difference, folks. With this particular car, we talked about the sound dampening that they use now. Now, some things, like the negative things about this car, they talk about is the wide turning radius with the Stelvio. However, that's not something to, I mean, of course you'll use it, but how often do you make U-turns? Not too often, though. So it is something that you can overlook. But this car still has great steering, a great position. It's inspiring. It's just awesome. The way that how you're connected and your specifications are connected to the steering wheel and to what's going on the road. The Stelvio and just Alfa Romeo, they do an awesome job with making you feel connected to the car and its features, from the brakes and everything else. Now, the other car makers, they don't do a good job. Not even BMW. I mean, they do a good job, BMW, but they don't do as a good job as Alfa Romeo. And this has been proven and proven again and again by journalists from Car and Driver, Road and Track, and Autocar, all these other different companies, journalists who test the car, and they feel the same way. And even race car drivers also feel the same way about the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. They feel that connection to the road that they didn't feel any other cars. And so, if you want that raw feeling and that feeling where you just want to put on your leather gloves and just hit on the road and just take off, this is the car to do it in. And they have proven that in the 4C. If you haven't seen that video, take a look at that one. And also the Quadrifoglio, of course. And all these cars, they make you feel like that. And that's why it's worth its weight in gold, folks. Even though, there are issues, reliability issues with these cars that they haven't addressed in the 2020 model. If you want to look over that, go ahead. But if sometime, if you really, really want something, the best thing to do is to lease it, because then you won't have to feel that connection with it. And at the end of the lease, you can just take it back. But if not, if you want that feeling, like I'm thinking about it, I'm on the fence, but I like the styling of it, and sometimes it just depends how I feel. Sometimes I might go in and click that box and hop in that Julia and just go. I miss the sexiness. These cars has a sexiness and appeal about them that you just don't get in anything else. And just look at that, folks. Look how it's handling those roads. I mean, just look at it, the lights, and look at the position, the stature. If this is, if that's what you want, click that box, and I think you'll be satisfied. But just also, you'll be satisfied because you know what to expect. But these reliability issues are going to be addressed, and I believe, hoping they will be addressed soon in the next 2021 model. Perhaps, perhaps it will. And if it doesn't, I still believe it's worth it. And I don't think you should beat yourself upside the head if you do buy one. Instead, you salute yourself because, you've done it. You bought something. You bought a beautiful Italian car and you feel good. That's what it's all about, feeling good and enjoying the experience, especially in this Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, share, like, and subscribe.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more interesting videos.